Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
A top jungle with an awful lot of history and pedigree, as we've mentioned.
Both teams happy to trade sides of the map for the moment. Of course, we did see that the grubs were taken by Wei on the top side, which means that the bot lane was pretty much free for the push. Wait to see where these supportal combats will go. They are starting to get a little bit antsy.
Support item, a little earlier than Ming reaches their Solstice Slayer, whatever item they go to.
Oh, the handshake into the Greater Prison. And he is dead. First blood goes over to RNG, very cleanly and calmly done. And this is exactly what you
for sure, and also denying them away from a team composition which could be using the LeBlanc to hit towers for free. Now, you'd love to deny some of these as Xiaohao, but can you fight for them? Now, two of them are already gone from the ZDZ as well, just quickly going back towards that as the Dragon is taken, as you rightly said. He's also playing with enemy wards in his jungle very deep. Breathe has done a really good job of just walking into the enemy jungle, making sure that there's full information for him to play as aggressively as he likes, and make sure that the Sensei can't get good value out of it.
Desperately reliant on this Kalista getting ahead, having that pressure and priority, especially when you combo with something like the Zyra. They land the CC, and they get their kill. One quick pick is all it's going to take to turn that Rift Herald into an easy objective.
So this was the worry about using so much in their bot side fight. You had all of your ultimates used on that one. Now, ZDZ, you should really have been ranked and you're competitive, is that when you actually get items, this champion does an unreal amount of damage. They have managed to keep the death count to just the one right now. Very at the vision from the Maokai and from the Zyra. These plants are giving them the free entry to the bot side river. But RNG have to back off because Weibo can face check too effectively.
Dragon resets, everyone just kind of getting the priorities straight. Xiaohao took a first chunk. Going to throw an ult at ZDZ and completely whiff on it. So, but do they have the damage? It looks like they do. Weibo just saying, yep, you can have that Dragon, no problem whatsoever. We'll take the mid turret. So the trade comes in. And unfortunately for me and for you, that means no more. And it's going to be taken pretty quickly.
Well, that it is. And they can face check pretty well, but Xiaohao might have to give his life for it if it comes to it. You're not getting that much poke down either. They care a bit too late. And here comes Jax.
Yeah, here comes Jax and the Cassante. Xiaohao trying to run away from this one here. There goes the hostile takeover. Does get a little bit of a peek there. Drop down the ultimates though as they try to burn down this Jax. He's got a bailout on him, so he might be able to go down. He hasn't got down yet. They couldn't kill him off. And RNG get the Dragon and a single kill. This game is just...
To this, we have had 3 kills at 25. The Baron goes up and they have plenty of damage for it. Weibo, I think they've really messed up the way they approached that Dragon. They didn't manage to keep themselves in the right area at the right time. They don't have everything they want to play around. Maokai's not here. They're just looking for a fight, I guess.
It's a 4v4 and they're going to look for a fight. There's going to be a huge amount of damage going down. The Zyra is dead. They don't really have the damage to turn on to Breathe, and that is a Baron. It's 7,000 gold now is their advantage, and they are in complete control of this game.
Yeah, this is something that we saw a little bit in the RNG EDG series too, where it felt like when they had a lead, yeah, they keep on to it, but it was pretty hard for them to close out.
Here we go.
They have the Shurima's Legacy? That's a good Stranglethorns.
It is a good Stranglethorns. They try and separate everybody out. They are going to finally get way down. That's one kill, but they lost their base. The inhibitors have been opened up. There's the Fate's Call to try and make sure their support doesn't get caught out. Tanguin has to go golden to keep himself alive. LWX picks up Crisp, and everyone's getting very, very low. Light does use his cleanse. It does not go down. Everyone's just so low. These health bars are so tantalizingly close to be giving you the kill, potentially even the game for
Red or kind of interacted with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You've found
I've never read it, nor have I ever watched it.
Okay, alright. I'll have to explain something to you then, because there's a particular funny...
Xiaohao now moving forward, level 18. These auto attacks will do work if they can get on the right targets. There is the ultimate from the Maokai to try and jump in and try and catch out somebody here. That's a fantastic hostile takeover, but it can't get way out. Tangle Bard stops any kind of re-engage. As you can see now, Breathe looking for Xiaohao, looking to take him down before the rest of the team can exit. They have taken down both junglers, which means neither team going to feel confident going for that Baron. Xiaohu takes a fierce chunk of damage. This is a straight flip. There is no junglers here. This is not a 50-50 just yet. The Zero goes whiffed and nothing can happen from it. So you got to get way into the pit. You got to get him in there to get that Baron, and he does. Now, turn and burn for the fight. RNG looking to try and take down as many health bars as they can. They're being slowed though. These plants are just constantly annoying. Wei comes back in, gets the Baron and dies almost straight away. Everyone chasing them down. They don't want them to get away with these Baron buffs. They want to try to take away as many as they can. Light just corralling them closer and closer, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of there with many more kills, but they're committing everything.
They're committing, but what are they realistically getting out of this? He still has all out to ZDZ.
They do indeed. They have got the Varus down. They also got the ultimate out of the Renata. They're trying to see if they can get anyone else off this. Weibo making sure that this Baron was not for free. Breathe, trying to see if he can get one more breath of life into him. Xiaohu just take him down. It's going to be the Callista getting it. Light looking for a
who can dash in and out as well. Clutch wall to bring ZDZ back in, and suddenly RNG, they don't get to use that Baron buff at all. And Weibo have themselves a lot more gold in pocket than they have any right to have.
Yep, they do. They're still down 4,000. RNG still very much ahead in this game, and we'll have the Baron for a little bit. They're on a minus 3,000 Baron power play. With the Rend and the Smite, though, this Dragon is gone. They're not going to be able to contest it, and that's Weibo getting themselves up into a soul point. So we're going the full 7 Elemental Dragons in this game before anyone gets the soul. That's a 4-0 Callista.
They are trying to. Let's see if Xiaohu can get himself a Marco from a good angle. He's in a right spot to at least attempt something. We also have multiple items on supports now as well. Zyra's completed the core, and they get a knockback on Sejuani. They do indeed, but Sejuani very tanky. Nice ultimate there from the Zyra. The ultimate from the Renata doesn't really do a lot, and they take down the Sejuani. Breed trying to play away from everybody else just to make sure he can be that front line. The Fate's call to make sure. So unironically now, Light needs to stop farming, and the minis need to go after Crisp. If you can actually get another item on Crisp, say something. Oh, but he's got to get himself caught. He's cleansed out. Yeah, it's cleansed out, but he's not going to get anything else off of this. Breed's on the backside here. Tangle Barbs just to try and stop Breed from getting anything else. The Rend is not going to be close enough. They finally get him down, but he goes into the counter-strike and finally get taken in. Weibo are coming to life in this late game. Xiaohu has to run away because he is getting taken out so quickly. But the Cassante is massive. Triple kill coming in for ZDZ, and this could be huge for Weibo. They've lost nobody. Demolished, and on the other side, ZDZ gets himself a triple kill. The last 2 remaining members of RNG are fleeing. They're in fog of war. There's a chance that maybe one of them gets out, but now they're both caught. They're both caught indeed. Wei trying to see if he can keep Tanguman alive, but he will not be able to do it. Now he needs to get himself out alive. He does flash and he does have his Arctic. Xiaohu's just going to make sure that Wei is nowhere near this objective and maybe even take him down. He's got Crisp in tow, so they're looking to try and stagger these death timers. That they are, and if he dies, the Baron is, well, the Baron's going to be gone anyway, the Callista's on it. Wei, one of the huge engaged threats for RNG, has been left alive for so long that suddenly you're going to have a half-a-minute overlap where we manage to get to do much on this Varus. ZDZ getting the 3 kills there. This will be the soul as well for Weibo. The funny thing is, normally at 40 minutes you get an ace, regardless if it's delayed or not, even just 4 kills. That's normally the game, will be God lane. Thing is, inhib turrets do regen, but not that quickly. And with the fire cannon on Xiaohu as well, he's able to keep chipping these down. This turret down in the bot side, even though it wasn't taken on the initial push, it will be taken now. Weibo, with this Baron buff, they should be seeing themselves into a game 1 victory, unless RNG can get themselves some kind of miracle teleport flank, but they don't even have the wards for that right now. There's maybe 1 in mid lane they can look towards. That's not in a great position as it stands. Again, it's just annoying. I mean, they don't know what the Baron's on right now. They have no vision. It's only about half HP, but it's a hell of a lot of spears in it, so you imagine that this is going to be Baron for Weibo. They will secure this, and will they take a fight afterwards? TP from Tanguman coming in. Baron secured. There is the ultimate from the Zyra and the Maokai. They've caught up the 2 tanks, but that's a good choke point here for the hostile takeover. Xiaohu looking to try and reassess themselves into this fight. Everyone backs themselves away, but you got Baron for Weibo. They now need to go back to it on the wave. Weibo, they are the ones making RNG march to the beat of their drum. Yeah, but this Elder's not going down very quickly. Wei jumps into the pit, throws down his ultimate, does land it onto Light, who gets himself immediately cleansed. Breathe now getting focused on by the rest of Weibo as they look to try and burn onto Wei. Wei flashes away to make sure he cannot die, because if he dies, this Elder is gone for sure. Breathe keeps himself alive, but using all his summoner. Tanguman just about gets away from the clutches of Xiaohu, but this Elder is still going strong. Weibo, you can't just leave it to go. You have to try and fight it, but you can't now. He takes it! The Elder, but can they get the rest of the fight? Breathe goes in, getting so much damage, just flirting with death right now.
now. Maokai gets back in, but Xiaohu's TP'd in. He's TP'd in to try and end this game. He wants to try and finish this one off, but they're killing all the health bars. This is Xiaohu versus the world. He will get himself the 2 Nexus turrets, but he won't be able to end the game because Tangyuan's chasing him down. No flash for the Azir. I don't know why Xiaohu decided to walk back towards that, but at the end of it all, the
Confident in taking a fight or finishing the objective.
we got RNG barreling up this mid lane. Baron minions or not, you can see Xiaohu immediately saying, I gotta stop this wave. I gotta stop them from just forcing a fight. Ming took a huge chunk of his own damage. Half his HP down.
How much can you do with that? 20 seconds till Baron's up, a minute and 20 seconds until Elder. The objectives are back up to Flippers once again.
Baron will spawn. You could burn it down side to side. Breathe on a fantastic flank right now and has found light. Hasn't gotten the CC out of him just yet. Does get his cleanse, or excuse me, his QSS. Still has a cleanse available to him. They are kiting, and you can see that there's actually a Xiaohu in the base. He's looking for the end of the game because there's no Nexus turrets. There's no Nexus turrets, and Xiaohu is gone. He wants to try and go for it. They need to stop the teleports. He's going to about half HP. They stopped it. He's now down to LWX and Tango, and just here he flashes away. Got one more auto. Xiaohu was done with this game. And they get themselves the victory.
In this league too, I mean, Rookie's Azir is fantastic, Angel's Azir is fantastic, and Tangyuan, don't get me wrong, is a newer mid laner. He's one of the better ones to come through. Heck, Xiaohu is also an Azir of great playmaking potential too on the other side of the Rift.
Don't know, but it's not going to change anything. This is horrific for RNG's bot lane. This actually genuinely could really put them, like, honestly, like almost impersonally not able to come back. But here we go. Wait to look for something. Gets hit by the double, and they get the TP away. They will finally get Ming and LWX towards the minion wave, but like they could get dove again. They will hit level 2, but I mean, this is awful. They're not going to get level 2. They're not going to get it. They're going to lose both their flashes, and Crisp and Light are just smashing this bot lane. It's going to be some supportal combat to end it all, but they're still level.
Man. We're not even going to see what that's sad. If you look at what happens under that turret there, they try and hit level 2, but because the entire previous wave had died and it's on the first cannon wave of the game, the cannon dies too slowly to tower. Ability for Azir to hit the enemy champion quite easily means that he's kind of easier to play in lane with more HP. But still, Xiaohu is doing enough to make sure that Tangyuan isn't getting huge value from his mid lane priority just yet. See what happens with Xiaohu versus Wei in this matchup, which is also winless in the LPL in this specific matchup. He's heading towards bot side again. It is not about the Maokai right now. It's about the Lucian.
Not about him. Not at all. We're going to have the shockwave. Actually stop a little bit of that aggressive move. He will get caught off by the cats right at the end. The flash from Tangyuan does not move away from the Crescent Guard, and that's going to be a trade of mid laners, though this time around it's the jungler of RNG that picks
that. Then you have to deal with Lucian Army on a mid wave, which is arguably their strongest point in the game. So while RNG know that this bot lane is locked in there's a potential they could fight around these grubs, knowing that the Lucian Army with all of their gold advantage are not able to respond towards this, and they are able to get themselves their 4th grub. He's used a lot of his mobility now. Oh gosh, they're down a lot of cooldowns, so they have to leave the turret. If they had the Rakan cooldowns, I think that maybe they would get locked up under turret. It's a little bit dangerous, but Xiaohu baits out, forces out a fair amount from Wayne. Right, so they do have Maokai ult. This is actually not a bad 5v5 to be taking right now, because Sante's not here. Xiaohu might have to force ult. I don't think he is. They're just going to look for the dragon secure. There's no counter-engage coming through from the side of Weibo. They're teleporting away towards top lane now, but that means the teleport, the fight might come through.
The fight might come through. Not quite able to get it. Shockwave a little bit too late there. I feel like they could have known it was the first item available for the side of LWX. And now Breed wants to take things into his own hands. He's looking for a little bit of a move here on the ZDZ, who's just trying to run away with the Ghost. Should be able to get away from the rest of the team. Yeah, he's buying time. But Xiaohu now, unfortunately, just a little bit too late. There's the tidal wave looking to catch out many, many people. They're going to get a double bubble trouble into the combo. Crisp with absolute clarity there, knowing exactly where to place the bubble. And that was a huge, huge... See Xiaohu looking for a little bit more. Going to drop down the Rift Herald right immediately. Tangyuan does end up getting the ultimate out of himself there, so should be pretty safe after the fact, but not longer having that. They could go for another tower push, and I feel like Xiaohu is going to do just that.
Yeah.
Gets it the wrong way.
Worth no.
Yeah, he
oh,
was
Xiao
so
Hao,
here's
buddy.
how it is.
Driver's
Here's how it
license
is.
revoked.
He
Still has ult. This is not even a good fight.
No, it's not, because you don't have any damage. Like, yes, you get the Gnarls, he's got a Triforce, but you're not getting Tanguan in there, and straight up, LWX just cannot walk up to that. So, trade of turret for turret right now. ZDZ off to the side, but they're still going in this mid lane. Weibo, they don't care about the Dragon right now, because they know that it's a 4v3, and Breathe, he's getting so much damage, and LWX has to use the heal and the feathers, just to make sure he doesn't die.
And this is why we banned the loot.
Accepted that the Chem Soul's just not really worth it, but RNG, they have to fight.
Oh, the jungler's down after RNG started that play. Weibo, they have full control over this. They need to be careful. This Baron will chunk them out, but that's a good shockwave.
It's huge, gets a lot of damage down onto Ming. He's going to be so squishy going into this fight. ZDZ just keeping everybody away. The Baron down to 3,000 HP. They just need to get it down to about 1,500. Good tidal wave's going to separate everybody away as they look to try and jump onto Ming. Baron secured. ZDZ taken down. Xiao Hao goes in onto LWX, but nobody else was following up to him. Breathe going to go into Mega, get a little bit of a boost of a health bar, but it's an early Baron over to Weibo. They should be able to get out of this as well. There's no real chase available. Breathe has flash. He's looking for it, but they all predicted it. Now these health bars are going to go low. Now the Lucian can really start to tear in. Pew pew. It's time to go back to the gray screen. Tang Yuan is being chased down like the ghoul he is, and that is going to be an easy little ace wing in here, you imagine, for Weibo. Xiao Hao gonna keep chasing down Wei. Wei might want to use the ultimate to stay alive, but out of all of it, it's still Weibo's game.
It's absolutely their game, and it came off of what was meant to be off the damage done. He only needs a single empowered double tap with the first strike on top of it as well. This champion is off the chain.
It is off the chain and off the charts. Here we go. Light gonna flash away. They're gonna throw everything at him, but is the damage enough? That is the question. They're just not quite able to get him. Finally, they get the kill. The bot lane is dead, but can they get anything else? The shockwave is good. Wei goes down. It's a 2-for-2 trade in this exchange. 5v5 turned to 3v3. Never mind, we'll make it a 2v3 in favor of Weibo. And look, RNG, I love that you tried. You had to go for something because this game is falling away from you.
I mean, they did what they were supposed to against the Lucian. The last time was the Maokai.
Checking them. We should be able to get them into playoffs, but we'll see how it goes. Breathe is going to die. They're not even going to use the all-out to take him out. CDZ picks that one up, 3-2-2 on this. His culling. That was just the first 2 bits of his culling because he's got the Infinity Edge with the last Whisper.
Didn't even get the double tap.
Nope.
He didn't even get himself auto attacks on top of that. This is now going to be a pretty unceremonious end to the game. That's through the Guardian and the shield from Ming. He is not safe at all. Wait until the next auto attacks come up. Light, he's a player which started his career being the aggressive, front-footed player, playing stuff like the Lucian and dashing forward too aggressively. He's toned down that aggression over the years, but he's cultivated it into a real...
I'm just going to stand here and wait for them to do it. So the red buff gets stolen. RNG moving forward. They don't... Now they know. I was going to say they don't know, but there's the shockwave. Breathe is dead. Light picks up his 4th kill. If he hadn't died so far this game, he would be an error screen, but he is 4-1-4. And I mean, they're going
to go down for free. See, it's Hanuan potentially taking down a dragon to get an objective bounty at least, with LWX heading down there as well. They'll take that, but honestly, it is a very...
Yep, you got the last of the inhibitor turrets, the last of the inhibitors. And the minions shall pour in. RNG going for one last ditch effort. They flash in. And they get absolutely nothing for it. They are going to look to see if Breathe can get something as well. Because to get a good ultimate, they're throwing everything here onto Light, but he still hasn't gone down. Xiao Hao finally picks up the kill on Tang Yuan. And after everything, they still haven't killed off Light. The flashes, the ultimates, everything was thrown at him. But he just did not go down. He did not die. They will kill off ZDZ, but these minions are doing the work for them. They'll throw in one final last effort to try and save this game, to save this series, but Weibo refused to let it happen. Weibo came into this second game and said, we're not repeating game number 1. We're not going for 50 minutes. We'll do it in just over half that. 30 minutes and we'll call it a 2-tap onto the Xayah. Weibo 2-0 on the day.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.